I think I had children viewing this. Whatever. And it'll be funny though, there'll be like this little kid commenting on my vid saying like, oh, my mum just walked in as you said that, or something.
That would be the second worst thing. The first worst thing is, what is rape, ? And then we would have to explain something very bad.
Oh. But I mean, it's gamer term rape. Yeah. There's a funny thing.
Gamer term rape.
I'm gonna go really off topic here, but there's a funny vid on YouTube about this guy prank calling this like service thing to tell the like World of Warcraft what rape means in World of Warcraft, because like she keeps saying like these people just raped me or whatever, something like that. So whatever. Well, I'll put a link in the description or whatever. But anyway, right. But Katya is, I don't know. I would say she gets really destroyed in Ela metagame just because SOA damage reduction just absolutely destroys her, and that makes up about 70% of the metagame. So it really doesn't work at all. And then you've got the whole hindrance with like Cooper and everything already being like really having a huge issue with SOA, and just having another ability-based card just makes it even worse for the Sentinels.
Sentinel already had a huge weakness SOA, like Kobe, Dayton, even Melvin, Copper, all have weaknesses SOA, so they're very SOA weak class, and just to have another card weak to SOA kinda hurts them.
But then not only SOA though, also damage reduction, damage reduction to Cooper anyway, but...
Yeah, kind of, but like at the same time, I wouldn't waste damage reduction against her because like it's only 3 damage, so
Yeah, it's not too bad, but then, whatever. It's confusing thinking about it now, actually. But I think it's interesting because I remember when they had Dayton was quite used as a 3-star card, but now just kind of just faded away, like whatever. But I remember when he was used quite a lot, and that was back when there wasn't much SOA. But as soon as SOA kind of regained dominance, because they had a stage, if anyone remembers this, they had a Roots, Geist, and every week, every time, and everything, and you had to face either of those two clans. Then they had a stage where like Sentinels, All Stars, Roots, Geist, and all that sort of thing just had their own weeks and everything, and then they did loads of bannings and everything, and then it was just then Sentinels kind of lost their Hawk, and then once they lost Hawk, they kind of just like collapsed in like some sort of really...
I remember back in the days when Sentinel used to be the best clan in the game, like almost without a doubt. Like if you weren't using Roots, then Sentinel will completely destroy you. And since they've lost Hawk, and Copper's barely ELO-able, they definitely needed a strong release, because their last release was Zhang, and nobody uses Zhang.
No, Zhang is absolutely awful, really.
Right.
I mean, wow, you can go against SOA now, but I wouldn't really want to risk it with all the other ability-based cards.
She's a 3-star card, she'd be great. I'd definitely use her. But she's 4 stars, that's a lot.
Yeah, and that's awful. Anyway, right, so I mean, I think we're kind of at the end of Ketchum, really. What's your kind of rating on her then, I guess?
I know I'm being way too nice, and maybe it's because of her artwork and because Lifey's a guy, but I still think she's 7 out of 10. And the reason why is because she's still the third best, my opinion, she's still the third best Sentinel 3-star. And that's not saying much anymore nowadays. But when there's no SOA on the field, she's very playable. But when there is SOA on the field, not very playable. That's basically how it goes down to. Though I have beaten Leviathan, or whatever we're gonna pronounce, the 6-5 all-stop with her before. Because I used her with 4 pills, and they were thinking it was 3 or lower, so.
Oh, well, I mean, you could use that as a surprise, I guess, but then your opponent would have to be a slight idiot, or just mentally retarded. I don't know, maybe. I think I would probably go like a 6 out of 10, maybe.
Yeah, most people will probably go 6. I'm a little biased.
I think she's definitely not a great 3-star, actually. Just thinking about it now, actually. Is she a common card, by the way?
Is she a what?
A common card.
Yeah, she's common.
She's common. So, I mean, just thinking about it, it's still a nice common card, though. So, I mean, but then again, Dayton's also a common card, so it's like, no, whatever. So, I mean, you could probably get it...
like, still expensive right now. What?
Sorry, the Dayton's now.
Dayton costs like 1,000 now, right?
Oh, well, I thought he already, yeah, I thought he, cost about like 300 or something, but whatever. So I mean, the great thing is though, I mean, she'll probably drop in price like loads. So I mean, if you want to get a cheap 3-star or something, or if you're just starting on the game or whatever, you can just use your Kachin and just do some stuffs, I guess.
Right, and just to verify, as of the conversion of 7/17, July 23rd in Eastern Standard Time, Dayton is currently 1,150 clints. Just saying.
Wow, that's quite a lot. Just
He is the second best 3-star in Sentinel, even though that's not saying much.
Yeah. I think this whole kind of Euro talk is just going to be saying like, well, it's not really saying much or something.
Okay.
Like every time you get a bad card. Anyway, oh, sorry. Right, so last card to review is Cliff. Okay, and our last card is Cliff, and Cliff at 5 stars is an 6/8 Revenge SOA. And firstly, what's your first initial thoughts on Cliff?
I think Cliff is really cool.
Anything more then?
Oh yeah, I should elaborate on this. Yeah, Cliff is great. I think SOA is an ability that is debatably one of the best abilities in the game. Support plus 12. You know, plus 12 attack is a great amount. 8 damage lets him 2 a KO with a lot of things. And yes, his power is only 6, but 6 is like the norm for rescue cards. A lot of their good cards have only 6 power, so you can't really fault them that much for having 6 power. And yes, his ability is revenge, but just because it's situational doesn't mean it's that bad at all.
Yeah, I think the Cliff really reminds me of Stanley from the Uluwatu. And we remember everyone going like, oh yeah, Stanley, the best card in the world. And yeah,
I like Stanley.
Stanley was good, but wasn't, I don't know, he wasn't like metagame changing at all. I didn't really like him when I used him in like Survivor at all, really, so that's just me. So yeah, could you up your mic a bit, Sniffy? I can't actually hear a thing you're saying.
Oh, my apologies. How's this? Better?
Yeah, it's better, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, to be fair, Uluwatu isn't even the greatest ELO clan in the world. I can't even say ELO for some reason today.
ELO. Hello.
Yeah, they don't know what we're talking about.
They know what we're talking about, anyway, whatever. But I think the thing about Cliff, though, is that 8 damage, which is just so nice. It's just a lovely ability. No, not ability, it'd be lovely damage. And I think it reminds me a lot of Lu from the Roots. And for good reason, though, because, I mean, the Roots themselves actually have quite a lot of 4 damage clans. 4 damage cards, there we go. Wow, that's really retarded. As does the Rescue, actually. So Cliff really helps them in that sense, because now they've opened up this whole kind of gateway to 2-hit KOs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I'd just like to verify something, if that's okay. I've gotten like 1 or 2 comments, not actually a lot, but I've gotten a few comments wondering why I like Cliff a lot more than I like Fuzz. Because I'm still not overly fond of Fuzz, unlike a lot of other people. And the reason is because, well, 1, Cliff obviously has plus 4 more attack. But it's like he's in a clan that has a lot more 2-hit KO potential of lower stars than Junk does. So that's why.
Yeah, I think it's interesting though with Fuzz, because I think everyone hates Fuzz, and
you think so?
Yeah, I think everyone. I don't use Fuzz at all. No way we would. I mean, it's interesting though, because I mean, like with Roots, they have Lu, and everyone loves Lu because Lu is awesome. And I'm trying to think of other ones now. Other 8 power. Can't think of anyone.
Or something like that.
Sorry,
there's the Geist card.
Geist. Oh yeah, there's XU52, there you go. And XU52 is fine and all that, but then isn't actually that amazing. Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to use them really. So yeah,
right.
I mean, I don't know. I think it all depends on the fact that the Geist actually have quite a lot of 4-star cards. So it's like, well, there's no real need for the 5-star, and also the fact that Junks have very good half-deck potential, but not really mono-deck potential, per se.
Right. Like, just to verify, I don't go around asking people, hey, what do you think about Fuzz? You know, like, I don't ask any people about Fuzz much, but I always thought everyone liked Fuzz for some reason. But maybe it's because a lot of people like Fuzz that aren't very good at the game, and that they just seem to over-talk people who don't like Fuzz.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really care.
I know. But I mean, I've had trouble with Fuzz in the past, when I've played against it, and also, I think when I played him, I haven't really, just not really the same, really. I know, I just don't like having 5-star junks for some reason, because because I like my junks, Gibson and Rowdy and all that, and they already have like 8 stars between them and everything, so.
Right.
It just seems to fit it in, really.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, right, we haven't actually talked much about Cliff, actually. So, I mean, I think the issue with Cliff, though, is just that 6 power, not amazing, I wouldn't say.
He's the weakest 5-star, and that's agreeable. But as I said, 6 is the norm for rescue. It's not that bad.
Yeah, but it's 5-star, though. I mean, that's the thing I don't like. I don't like having my rescue. Well, I don't like having 5-star cards which have 6 power sometimes, though. But I mean, at least he still has the rescue bonus added on to him and everything, which is still really good and everything. But I think the most important question today, though, is Cliff better than Sledge? Because I think that's what everyone came here for, really. Is Cliff the better of the two? And what would you think about that, though?
Way to put me on the spot. I like Cliff more than Sledge. And I don't care if I'm the majority, anything. I just think SOA, usually, you need SOA more than you need protection. And I do see that protection blocks a giant weakness of nightmares and piranhas that Rescue has. But at the same time, SOA blocks a lot of things that they're weak against too. Like, SOA can help them block damage. SOA can help them win matches, like against Copper or stuff. And SOA is just a good, mind game card, because your opponent, because it has revenge, your opponent doesn't know when thinks you know when you're playing Cliff, when in reality you might play him at a different time. So your opponent has to, think about it, which is a step over Sludge, I guess.
Yeah. I think the bad thing about Cliff, though, I mean, just during nightmare weeks, actually, but I think Sledge only kind of helps a little bit in those nightmare weeks just because of the protection and everything, which is kind of why I like Sledge so much, is the fact that it still makes Rescue playable in those kind of bad times. But then on the other hand, Cliff actually offers them another SOA. I mean, at the moment they had Elevra, but then that was just it. They just had Elevra, so they didn't actually have much coverage against their other weakness, which was Piranhas. And Piranhas had all the pill manipulation flying everywhere, and you're going, pill manipulation.
Right.
At least now with Cliff, they actually have some added protection against that. And now, if you put a deck together, whatever, I think you would probably put Kerry and Leah and everything. You'll probably have now 2 SOAs, 2 SOBs, and that's very, very balanced rescue deck then. That will be able to take out anything, though. So, I mean, that's a very good thing about Cliff, then. So I think I don't know, I still like Sledge quite a lot, but that's just because, I don't know, maybe power over damage or something, I don't know. But
I still advocate that you can easily fit both in, because Rescue has a lot of good 2-stars. So I think if you can fit both in, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah. It might be a tiny bit awkward, though, because you would have to... I would also like to put my Kerry into a guy.
Still do that.
I know, yeah, but it's 5/5/4. That's quite a lot.
But Steve and Leia are 2 staples already. That's 2 2-stars that you don't have to worry about.
You
put Larry.
You have to put Vinny in there, though. I don't like Vinny.
Vinny's not that bad. Come on.
He's not that great. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So I think Cliff's good. I don't know. He's just as good as Sledge. There's going to be an ongoing war, and there'll probably be a huge thread on it in the ELO forums very soon or something about, is Sledge better than Cliff? And then your answer will be solved, really. But till then, I don't know. Maybe 2 brains aren't enough to uncover the kind of conundrum of which is better, really.
Probably.
Anyway, right, so what's your rating on Cliff, finally?
I'm gonna go 8.5. I think I gave him an 8 in my review. I can't remember, but yeah, I think he's 8.5. I think he definitely as good as Sledge. It's debatable if he's better. And yeah, on weeks that there's not a lot of nightmares or piranhas per se,